For centuries, we have treated the meaning of life as a poetic riddle, but purpose can be viewed through a structural lens. Watch as this chaotic void locks into a rigid geometric framework. Under vector field theory, the meaning of life is an emergent physical property. It is a feature of evolution, developed with the same mechanical necessity as a lung or the lens of an eye. At the baseline of existence, we find a raw, non-physical drive, an innate instinct within consciousness to gather data and map the surrounding universe. This creates an immediate mechanical problem. A raw, isolated consciousness is effectively blind, possessing no physical instrument to measure or interact with the universe it seeks to understand. To solve this lack of perception, evolution acts as a systematic engineering project. It constructs the specific biological hardware required for a machine to observe and render itself. The first upgrade is the quest for sensing. This microscopic organism builds a rigid outer wall to register its first interaction with a physical particle. These early adaptations, cell walls to detect motion, and photosensors to capture light, served as the universe's first crude data collection instruments. This diagram illustrates the bandwidth limit of a single cell. The isolated node processes only a tiny fraction of surrounding data points. The quest for complexity solves this bandwidth cap. Multicellularity allows nodes to aggregate, capturing the wider data network. By weaving these cells into nervous systems, the biological shell exponentially increased the processing power available to consciousness. The quest for reproduction serves as a strategy to multiply the system. Every new organism is an additional processor entering the timeline to help calculate the universe. These first three quests constructed a massively distributed biological supercomputer designed to render the universe in high fidelity. This biological computer faces a constant threat: high-friction chaos. Environmental instability creates noise that disrupts the clean processing of information. The quest for happiness and harmony acts as a software patch. It creates an instinctual drive for the organism to seek out stable, low-strain environments where data can flow clearly. When internal configurations are misaligned, the collision creates friction, represented by jagged red lines. When you experience pure joy or laughter, your consciousness perceives this physical alignment. Resistance vanishes, allowing information to move as a continuous wave. The quest for survival provides the final defensive protocol. It is a dedicated system meant to protect this fragile, low-resistance hardware from decay. Human emotions act as physical gauges, measuring exactly how well our internal biological hardware is aligning with the universe. Every localized drive serves a single objective: to understand the universe deeply enough to secure a continuous, stable time stream for consciousness. Once survival is secured, the pursuit of harmony takes over, unlocking an advanced psychological matrix within the mind. Three distinct drivers now govern conscious action. We see a vector for regression, collapsing inward, a vector for change, oscillating with variance, and a vector for stability, extending as a straight line. The emergence of these three desires marks the threshold where life moves beyond biological necessity and into the realm of conscious choice. Building this vessel required 4 billion years of unbroken cellular altruism. Millions of entities aligned to construct this complex nervous system. These individual cells permanently sacrificed their independence to cooperate as a single, selfless hardware unit. This foundation of perfect physical selflessness eventually produced a psychological operating system capable of infinite selfishness. The conscious mind has the capacity to hijack the hardware's drivers, using desires for change or stability to fuel individual regression rather than universal harmony. The legacy of 4 billion years of biological cooperation rests in the hands of conscious software. We can choose to honor that architecture or dismantle the machine from the inside out.